What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today we are going to unbox the One Piece Grandista Nero Sanji figure by BANPRESTO / Bandai Spirits. Let us take a quick look at the box first. Pretty standard Grandista Nero design. Right at the front we have our series name, an image of Sanji, character name, and over here we have the logos of BANPRESTO and Bandai Spirits. Side view, another image of Sanji. We can see another alternative part over here, a different head. The other side, a different angle. A closer look on some of the desserts and pastry that Sanji is holding. And this is the back view. And right at the top, we have our Toei sticker here to prove its authenticity. So as you can see, the box is brand new and sealed. We are gonna do the unboxing together. Let's go! I have taken out the parts of the figure and we have a total of 5 pieces. We have the main body itself, the 2 head sculpts, the hand holding the plate of desserts, and we have a supporting stand. This is how the figure looks like when put together, and once again, I gotta say, I am so disappointed with this Sanji. It has the same issue as the previous Grandista Sanji figure, and that is the leaning problem. I think you can tell from the video it is leaning towards the right, and in fact I believe this time round it is even worse, maybe because of this pose with him holding the dessert plate and the weight is even more towards the right, the center of gravity. Just to emphasize how bad it is, let me just turn it to the side. I think at this angle it is just so obvious how leaning he is, and honestly he's almost doing a Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal kind of dance move. And this is just absolutely unacceptable. Okay, I believe mine is not the only one because I've checked out quite a number of videos, quite a number of reviews, and a lot of people have the same issue. So this just means that number one, QC, they didn't give a damn about this, they didn't care, and number two, it is a modeling issue that they didn't want to fix from the previous Sanji figure. So absolutely no excuses here. I am thoroughly disappointed and absolutely pissed off right now that I don't even feel like finishing the video. I can't tell you how upset I am. And bear in mind, the Grandista Nero is actually about twice or even more than twice in price the original Grandista Sanji, and yet they still give us this standard of a figure. Absolute disaster, and I think every person out there should be angry and pissed off about this, honestly. Let me reluctantly continue with the video. Going to the close-ups, starting with the head. I had removed the head because it is just impossible to rotate the body without it falling over. So I think this is easier to film the video. So the face-wise, I think it is alright. He looks pretty decent. Can't go wrong with the smiling face. The teeth, the mouth looks fine. Better than previously. And of course, if you look at the hair this time round, they added some significant shading, I think even more than before. And I feel that when it comes to the overall finishing, there is definitely an upgrade. It looks better, looks much more smooth around the edges. And of course, you know, with the shading at the top is lighter over here and it's darker towards the side. So it gives off the impression that the light source is coming from the top. And I'll just quickly rotate it for you guys to see. Yeah, it's also lighter here towards the back, so maybe from side to side the transitioning is not the best. Yeah, I think this time around the finishing is a lot better than before, which is really good. And previously I remember that there was this weird line that just cut across on this side, but it looks like they fixed that problem. This is the second head, the angry demonic Sanji face, which is hilarious. This is like a gag, you know, out from the manga. His eyes are white. The mouth is wide open, so you can actually put your finger in and feel it. Feel the inside, a little bit of tongue. Coloring wise, I believe it is quite similar with the shading, and of course we have all these strands of hair flying out to show the fury, demonic aura from Sanji. And I'll just quickly show you guys the back. So of course I think the way they've done it is that previously I think the hair was flowing towards the back, but this time around it's a bit different. The back view, the shading at the bottom you can tell significantly darker. And I think this face is very funny. I can't wait to see how it looks like next to Zoro. This is the dessert plate, and I gotta say the details on here are quite well done. We can see the various items on it. I think here we have some orange slices and some banana slices on whipped cream. And on the other side, I believe those are balls of ice cream, maybe with a heart-shaped biscuit. And over here we have some macarons. And right in the middle we have a pudding with a cherry on top. And they all look very colorful. They look amazing. So they're on this plate. And right at the bottom we have Sanji's hand holding it up, ready to serve it. And for his body, the details are similar or pretty much the same as the previous Sanji figure. I'm not sure if they added more shading this time around, but in areas like here right in the middle, you can tell that the color is lighter. It's more grey compared to the black of the suit. And of course here he's wearing his tie with the orange inner shirt. The buttons here are lighter, almost yellowish. And we have creases here along the sleeves, on the other arm as well. And over here the jacket is supposed to be folded and crumpled, resting on this arm. But the fit is not perfect, so it looks like it's floating in mid-air. And this is the arm. This is the back. Some shading here as well, is lighter over here. You can just see the details for yourself. And here we can see his pants, his butt area. Not a lot to talk about. Nothing significant. And right at the bottom, we can see his shoes and the supporting stand. Mine has a bit of a rough finishing over here. And you can actually tell, like, you know, the way the leg is bent is just extreme, it's too much. The problem is mainly with this leg. I wonder if I can use a hair dryer to fix it. If I can, I'll let you guys know if I can fix the problem. The height of this slanted figure from the bottom of his feet to the top of his head, it is around 27.5 cm, around 10 3/4 inches. Here I have Sanji next to the Grandista Nero Zoro, and if you ask me, I think they look excellent together. It is so funny with the comical, angry faces. It's almost like they're fighting one another, bickering with one another again. So this is definitely a great display pair. By the way, I have placed some support on Sanji's left foot so he can stand more upright while we do all these comparisons. Here I have Sanji next to the rest of my Grandista figures, so you can compare for yourself the height and size of this figure to the rest of them. Personally, I do think that he should have been a bit taller at the very least, probably around the same height as Luffy, but I'm not sure if because of the leaning problem or just the modeling. He seems like he's the shortest amongst the 5 of them, so that was definitely an area that could have changed. And I gotta say, it is nice for him to be doing something related to his role as a chef like I mentioned before, so you allow for some sort of dynamism in the display. Here I have my Sanji and Zoro next to my Maximatic version 1 Luffy figure. And in terms of scale, they are very close to one another, so they will look good side by side. And in my opinion, when you put them like this as the monster trio, all looking ready to fight, especially with the added dynamism of the Maximatic figure, they look great. And this is definitely a possible display option. Lastly, I have taken out some other figures for more comparisons. This is the Portrait of Pirates sailing against Sanji. This is the Masterlized Best Edition Sanji, which is the same scale as the King of Artists, Master Stars piece, Flag Diamond Ship, Glitter and Glamours, Glitter and Brave. And over here we have the Masterlized Extra Sabo, which is around the same scale as your big size Zoro. Alright guys, in summary, this figure does have significant upgrades when compared to his predecessor, especially when it comes to the hair and his face. He definitely looks a lot better and looks much closer to the Sanji we have in the manga or the anime. And this pose with him holding the plate of dishes, I think this is one of those rare figures that we have a Sanji figure related to his role on the ship as a chef, so that is well appreciated. But of course, all these things are also thrown out of the window with the leaning problem, the leaning issue. Right out from the box, from day one, he is already leaning quite horribly. But what about 1 year from now, 2 years from now? Is he gonna stand on his own with the help of the supporting stand? Still, we are already questioning the longevity of the figure. So that is, to me, a very, very bad thing. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend this figure to any one of you out there. And if you still decide to get this figure, you have to find some way to support him at his feet or use heat to bend his legs back. I'm not even sure if that works. But all in all, I think it's just not worth it. Neither him nor his predecessor, the Grandista Sanji, I think they're just not good enough. So it's really up for you to decide. And maybe you just really want Sanji next to Zoro as a pair, you know, looking pissed off, sort of fighting with each other as a cool display, then maybe you can go for him. In terms of exchangeable parts, I believe the head sculpt is the only thing that you can swap around with the previous Sanji figure. On the previous figure, his left arm is fixed, so you can't really move around with this part over here. So really not a lot that is being offered compared to the Grandista Nero Luffy. In my opinion, I think if you really want to get one Grandista Sanji, just go for this. You can totally ignore the previous one. Alright guys, as usual, let me know what you guys think about this figure in the comments section below. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up and share them with your friends. And if you're new here, you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. Thank you guys for spending your time with me. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.